how do you handle a Facebook campaign for an apparel brand? Can you? I think it was one of your reel. I do you remember that who you were talking about?
Probably, I say the same thing over and over again. So probably. So you're talking
Yes,
about like the structure of the campaign, or
exactly the structure of the campaign.
yeah.
Because
So
the thing
go
here
ahead.
is we have in my LinkedIn followers we have like around 30 to 40 apparel brands. I just want to meet their doubts about the campaigns. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very simple. Okay, so the campaign is literally one campaign. It's set up as a campaign budget optimization. So it just means the money is distributed between ad sets, which is typically what the targeting was done. However, we look at this as more now a different positioning. So, what's your position in the marketplace? Is this ad set? Is this focused on top of the funnel? Is it focused on a carousel? Is it focused on variations of like us versus them or features and benefits? And so each ad set is a different position. And then inside of that ad set, there are multiple ads. So you can have, you know, really quite a few ads inside of there depending on your budget, but it's variations of it. So if the position is we're going after new customers inside of an ad set, I would have a bunch of like us versus them. I would have, um, a founder's story. I would have all different variations of those inside of one ad set. So it's just one campaign ad set and then ads. And then whenever an ad isn't spending or isn't getting sales after basically about a week, depending on your budget, we're going to turn those off and put in new creative based off of the data and what worked previously or is not working. But yeah, very simple campaign budget optimization, set the budget, set up your campaigns, and then that's really it. There's not anything crazy magical about the setup here. It's very
Yeah,
simple.
right. Let's say I have $1,000 with me as an apparel brand. How do you like me to segregate it? Is it through influencer marketing? How much should I spend? How much should I spend on Google or Meta ads, paid advertisement? How should I segregate my spend in my for my brand, apparel brand?
Yeah, good question. I would only spend on one platform because $1,000 you can't spread across more than one. So I would choose Meta. I would create a bunch of content organically. I would do a couple weeks of testing organically. I would take the winners from that. I would set up a campaign. I would do it at about $30 a day because I care more about consistency than getting running out of budget. So $30 a day will get me a little bit more than a month. Hopefully, at that point, I've got some sales that I can reinvest. I've got email set up that gives me back some profit that I'll put back into ads, and then I'll never turn off ads again.
Right. Pretty simple and to the point.
Hmm.
Right. How is Google Ads, performing in the apparel industry? Is Google Ads more profitable than Meta Ads, or Meta Ads is more profitable than Google Ads?
Yeah, it depends on the industry, depends on what you're selling, and I would
I
say
think
in general, like
luxury brands work more on Google Ads than Meta Ads.
yeah, they both work. It just depends on what your strategy is. You're like, for example, if you have a custom suit, it's probably smart to have Google Ads and show up at the top for custom
Right.
suits.
Right.
Apparel on Meta is more impulse, right? It's disruption type of marketing. Google is very intent based. What
Hmm.
we see that does really well is doing a lot of meta that drives demand, which is what marketing is creating demand for something. And then by doing that, those people go and Google or there's information and that data is what makes it valuable for Google. But I look at Google as like a net that picks up the things that are left behind from